Matanzas, Cuba. Known to many as the birthplace of the Cuban musical traditions rumba and danzón, and a main seat of Santeria religious practices, Matanzas is a vibrant cultural center of Afro-Cuban music, but it's often overlooked by travelers seeking the glamour and spice of Havana. On a recent trip to Cuba, I wanted to go deeper into the traditions and not turn in yet another glitzy, rum-fueled travel piece about Havana and old cars. I jumped at the opportunity to collaborate with El Almacen production team in Matanzas on an interview segment with Alejandro Falcón, a young lion of Afro-Cuban piano. Falcón was born and raised in Matanzas and is now based in Havana when he's not touring the world with his music. We sat down together in a local theater to hear Falcón perform his new compositions and to share his thoughts on Cuban music and its roots in Matanzas. Muchas gracias for receiving me here in Matanzas, Cuba. So you're spending a lot of your time now in Havana, but you were born here in Matanzas, right?
I always came to Matanzas again, but I live in Havana since 1999.
Yeah, and you come back to Matanzas to maybe reconnect with your sort of the roots of the music? Because you travel so much, you're around the world all the time, right?
Yeah.
But you keep coming back here. So you have also a spiritual connection to Matanzas with the Santeria?
Yeah, I have my religion here, my music.
Yeah.
And I always take all this and make my spiritual music based on the transcriptions of the Afro-Cuban rhythms of batas, of drums, no?
Yeah.
My next album that I record the last year is I'm inspired in the music of Bantus, of Matanzas, and the Congo's music.
Yeah.
And I'm recreate this kind of songs, and I'm put into my quartet with the harmony, on piano, and I make another composition based in the root of the Afro-Cuban songs. To Ochun, that is orecha of the Afro-Cuban religion. I made another composition that the name is Monk in Pueblo Nuevo.
Ah, nice.
I want to take the spirit of and the style of Monk in piano and in the composition also, mix it with rumba, something like mix some guaguancó and the drums and congas with the harmonies and the style of Thelonious Monk. I always play this song because I love so much.
Yeah, I could see how there would be a lot of interplay, with the monk voicings.
Yeah,
there's a lot of room inside that music.
It's very open. It's very percussive.
Yeah, exactly. Jazz was introduced and they took it, and then Cuban music was introduced into jazz, and so it's like a kind of a family reunion.
Yeah, because sometimes people don't know that our roots are the same. At the beginning of the jazz music, there were so many Cubans playing, and the Dixielands are so many orchestras, and it's the same for us. Always we take the harmonies to our music. We, for example, have a great influence in the brass ensembles and jazz bands and the harmony of jazz style in our rhythms. There is another composition, is a dance song, and the name is Dancing Between Bridges, or Danzando Entre Puentes.
Yeah.
Because if you can see, Matanzas have so many bridges. And it's called in Cuba the City of the Bridges.
We're so lucky that a young artist like you is able to hold all of these different influences and be pulling them down and pushing them out, you know? It's a wonderful thing, and we're also lucky, you know, to experience your music.
Yeah, I'm very happy because I'm younger still and I can make my own music.
Mm-hmm. You know, if you're a pop musician and you don't have so much roots, you know, it's like you have a flash, like you're popular for like 1 year, you know, and then you fade down. But if you have a root, like a deep love, you know, for your music or your art or whatever it is that you're expressing, then you have a long path, like a long road, and you can grow as an artist through your life as you produce more and more music, right? So it's wonderful to have that root because it feeds you, you know.
Yeah, it's very difficult and it's very hard way, but it's a long way. Huh?
Yeah.
Very long, very slow.
Yeah, because it's like a very deep river, you know, that's always flowing, a very deep place to come back to, you know.
Yeah.
As I feel that here. It's the music is sort of spilling everywhere. I'm hearing so much music all the time, and everyone's just, it's a flowing like place. Like other places, urban places like San Francisco is a closed, like the vibe is closed, you know? People are always on their phone, they don't talk so much. But here it's like moving, it's like flowing place.
Here, for example, we are always in nature. It's very natural. In the countryside, in every part of the island, we have great rhythms that sometimes are not very famous, but we have great musicians on the street. My dream is to keep on the way, and
keep on keeping on,
on the way, and always make my music and to be happy.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing you playing a little bit and, you know, to explore more of your music. So I just want to thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
For just sitting with us in this beautiful theater and, you know, hosting us here in Matanzas. It means a lot to me to meet you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great to see you. After our interview, Falcón gave me an insider tour of Matanzas, including the El Almacen Cultural Center, Santeria shrines, and his old neighborhood haunts. After seeing the sights of Matanzas, I traveled by car to Havana. It was good to see the countryside that is the pride of Cuban society, with the fields of tobacco and sugarcane rolling by in the Caribbean sun. I was happy to land in Havana after the relative quiet of Matanzas. It was as if the world shifted from black and white into color, with music, art, and vitality seeping out of every corner of central Havana. After a day of beautifully aimless wandering, I caught up with Falcón in rehearsal with his band.
The spirit of monk of Thelonious go to my neighborhood, and at the finish of the song is like Wawanko, the Cuban key, Cuban rumba key, and it's like a bar. You know? He is the master in Afro Cuban percussion drums with a great career like a drummer. His name is Ruy López Nusa, one of the great Cuban drummers, and Arnulfo Guerra, a great Cuban bass player. Play with me and with another bands here in Havana.
After a long day of rehearsal, we all reconvened at the amazing Fábrica FAC, Havana's modernist cultural hub in the shell of an old factory and shipping containers, which has been built into a multi-level arts complex full of galleries and performance spaces. Falcón's burning set was the highlight of the night at FAC. It was great to hear the tunes from Matanzas and rehearsal opening up on stage in front of a sold-out crowd of young Cuban fans. I feel so fortunate being able to spend time with this vibrant young artist, to get a glimpse into the deep layers of Cuba's rich musical culture. These are the moments we live for here at World is Sound, and we hope to explore more of Cuba and beyond.